I'm ending a 5-year relationship over a donut. Not because of the donut, because of what he did when he thought I wasn't looking. Because of what that one small, stupid moment finally forced me to see. We met 5 years ago through mutual friends. He was funny, easy to be around, the kind of person who remembered small details about you and brought them up later. He made me feel like the most important person in the room. I fell hard. Within a year, we had moved in together, and for a while, things were genuinely good. Then the layoffs hit. Both of us. Same month. I work in tech, so I knew the market was rough, but I started applying immediately. It took me about 3 weeks to land something new. Not perfect, not glamorous, but stable. I figured he'd do the same. He's smart, experienced, good at what he does. I wasn't worried. Weeks passed. He wasn't applying. When I asked about it, he said he'd been thinking and didn't want to go back into the same field. Said it was too unstable long term. He wanted to pivot into something different. I respected that. I told him I'd carry us while he figured it out. I meant it. I thought I was investing in our future. What I didn't understand was that figuring it out was going to mean 2 full years of nothing. Not nothing like struggling and regrouping. Nothing like he would wake up, spend the day on the couch gaming, occasionally talk about some new idea he had, and then go to bed. He cycled through phases: YouTube, TikTok, Twitch streaming, dropshipping, digital marketing. Every few months there was a new plan, a new thing that was finally going to be the thing. And every single time he needed something to get started. A new microphone, better lighting, a camera upgrade, a graphics card, software subscriptions. Every ask came with the same promise. Once this takes off, I'll be able to help with the bills. Just this one thing and I'll be good to go. I bought into it every time. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself he just needed the right tools. What I didn't tell myself, because I couldn't look at it directly, was that he never once checked his analytics, never posted consistently, never put in the kind of focused daily effort that building anything actually requires. The channel sat half finished, the ideas faded, and then a new one appeared, and the cycle started again. Meanwhile, I stopped doing things I used to do without thinking. No more getting my nails done, no more spontaneous weekend plans, no more putting money into savings. I started doing math in my head every time I bought groceries, every time a bill came in, every time he mentioned needing something new for his latest project. I was tired in a way I didn't have language for yet, and he didn't pick up any of the slack at home either. I want to be clear about that, because I've had people say, well, at least he's probably handling the house. He wasn't. I cooked, I cleaned, I tracked the bills, scheduled appointments, planned anything that needed planning. He would forget to ask if I'd eaten. He'd order food for himself and not mention he was ordering until it was already placed. He'd break something, shrug, and say we could replace it, and not register why that response made me want to scream. We fought about it constantly, or I fought. He would listen, apologize, tear up sometimes, and spend the next 2 weeks genuinely trying. He'd apply to a few jobs, help around the apartment, check in with me more, and then slowly, without any dramatic moment, he'd drift back, like a tide going out. And I'd be standing there wondering when I'd stopped noticing. I kept staying because I remembered who he was when we first met. I kept thinking that version of him was still in there, and I just needed to be patient enough to get back to it. 2 days ago, I ordered us breakfast delivery. Nothing special. I just wanted something warm and easy on a slow morning. I handed him my phone and told him to add whatever he wanted to the cart. I told him all I wanted was a plain donut and a coffee. Literally the cheapest thing on the menu. My one item. He took the phone. I went to refill my water. A few minutes later, the order was placed. The food came while I was on a quick work call. I signaled for him to grab it. Mouthed, thank you. When I got off the call, maybe 8 or 10 minutes later, he was already done. His whole meal. Eggs, bacon, toast, a side of hash browns, everything gone. And my donut. I stood there for a second just staring at the empty bag. I asked him where my donut was. He said he figured it was extra. Said he'd never seen me order a donut before, so he assumed it must have been for him. He saw one bag, knew I hadn't eaten, saw a donut sitting there and thought, without pausing, without asking, without leaving it on the counter and saying, hey, is this yours? He just ate it. And then he looked at me like he genuinely didn't understand why I was upset. I didn't yell, I didn't explain. I just started crying, which I haven't done in front of him in a long time because I learned a while ago that my tears make him defensive, not soft. But I couldn't stop this time because it wasn't about the donut. It was about the fact that after 5 years, after everything I have given and covered and sacrificed and swallowed, I asked for one thing, one small, stupid $4 thing, and he couldn't even leave it for me. He doesn't think about me. He never stops to wonder where my portion is, whether I've eaten, whether I'm okay, whether I need anything. I have spent 2 years so focused on keeping us afloat that I never let myself fully land on what that actually means. It means I've been alone in this relationship for a long time. I just finally stopped pretending I wasn't.